So all it took for Optimus Prime to switch up on Bumblebee was for Quintessa to smack him. And to be honest, I honestly can't say I blame him. We all, and yes I repeat, we, and I ain't talking about no we you, would allow a bad bitch like Quintessa to slap us around and call us a good boy. And for Optimus, that was all he needed to switch up on Bumblebee and the rest of the Autobots. So now we go back to Earth, where we currently have the military in a standoff with the girl who has the staff. And they were out there playing tug of war with it, not knowing they had Nemesis Prime hawking them down as they speak. And this is when the camera turned to the two guards in the hallway, getting murked. And as you could guess, it was Nemesis Prime entering the building on straight timing. He started walking them down, heading for the staff, when Cade got to pleading with him, asking him what he was doing. But Optimus Prime wasn't trying to hear that, ignoring him and going for the staff when Cade said this.
We fight together!
I fight for my own kind!
And this is when the girl started asking Cade what she should do. And honestly, Cade is a better man than me. Because if my girl was to start asking me what we should do whilst we have a 35-foot robot standing over us, I'd start becoming more relatable too. And I know Cade felt the same way, because Optimus got closer and told her to hand over the staff. And what did she do? What did she do? She started calling out to Cade again like she expected him to run the ones with them. This is like those hypotheticals where your homeboy asks you what you do if a 6'7" buff black guy smacked your girl's ass. And me personally, I'd obviously beat his ass. And then I wake up. But when she called out to Cade again, he hit the speed. And from a real nigga to a wigger, I know how he felt. But Cade ended up telling her to just hand over the staff. Because at this point, Optimus Prime was talking crazy. Because what do you mean you'll kill her?
I will kill you.
She ended up giving the staff over whilst Bumblebee was staring at him in disbelief. The military then started shooting at him, making Optimus have to pull out his gun, which made them duck and weave to cover. And these niggas were so trash that Optimus didn't even bother to shoot back, and instead walked away whilst talking his shit.
Who dares to challenge me?
And Bumblebee was watching all this unfold like,
Come on, man, what the fuck is you doing, cuz?
he was not trying to fight Optimus. I mean, we've seen the size difference.
A few moments later.
And this is when we skip to Optimus coming out of the water with Bumblebee holding on for dear life. Optimus then went to stand up just to get met with a crazy hammer spin move from Bumblebee, hitting him so hard it had loose nuts and screws coming out of his head. And before he even had time to react, Bumblebee came in and dunked his head onto the ground. And from watching this, I already know all of the Bumblebee fans were going crazy. But y'all need to calm down real quick, because when we switch to Cade's perspective, we seen that Optimus Prime was putting belt to ass. We go back to them and we see B hitting Optimus, sending him to his knees and going for the overhead swing just to get blocked. Optimus swung at him, making him dodge backwards, but amidst through all of the commotion, Bumblebee managed to kick the sword out of his hands. But Optimus Prime is the opposite of Thor. Weapon or not, he was still getting cracking with you. He ran in and grabbed B by his throat and started manhandling him. He then chopped B in his neck, which sent him to the floor. Which is when Optimus came in and grabbed his car doors and used them to smash B to the ground like it was a wrestling match. He ripped his doors off and then threw him away, but he slid back into this clean recovery move, putting his mask back on before running in and tackling Optimus to the ground, which is when Cade came in out of nowhere and started trying to talk Optimus out of it. B then ran and straight at Optimus since he was distracted and jumped into the air like he was Brawn and went to smash his head in, but Optimus caught that shit and tried to shoot at B. But just listen to the sound of his gun real quick. It wasn't about to do any type of damage, getting stomped on by B, which is when a wave came out of nowhere sending them tumbling away, and B took this as his opportunity to sneak Optimus again. We get back to them sliding down the edge of the ship, and we see Optimus smack this nigga with his sword before grabbing him and throwing him to the ground. Optimus then grabbed B by his neck and smashed him onto the floor, and this is when he grabbed his sword and tried to stab him with it. But B parried, and this only made Optimus more mad because he wanted to pull this out. And as he was going in to stab B again, he moved out of the way, and this is when he started speaking, which ended up shocking Optimus back to normal.